Welcome to Wife Secrets channel. We hope you will have fun with us. Enjoy watching. I had been married to my husband Liam Sai for 3 years. In all that time, he hadn't touched me as a husband should. Every night he turned away and went to sleep without even looking at me. I loved Liam Sai deeply. Although he had brought a big black dog named Boomer, I became good friend with that dog. I used to play with him every day, but I often found myself wondering because I didn't know if he loved me back the way I loved him. Liam Theodore provided for all my needs. He made sure I had everything I needed except for intimacy. One day, I finally gathered the courage to talk to him. I begged him to consider IVF so we could have our own children. I told him that I needed him to at least try to help me with my needs, even if it didn't fully satisfy me. I just wanted to feel like a woman. People are starting to mock me thinking I can't give you children, not knowing it's because you don't touch me. After listening to my tears and pain, Liam Theodore held me close, but then broke the news that shattered my heart. He was impotent and couldn't be intimate with me. He didn't want to start something he couldn't finish. Instead, he urged me to keep praying for a miracle, hoping that one day God would heal him so we could have children. Naturally, I cried, feeling lost and unsure about my life and our future together. One day I met my friend Emma for lunch after listening to my heartache about my marriage. Emma offered Surpri Theodoreg advice. You need to find another man who can meet your needs, she said. Forget about your husband. Many women do it. They find someone on the side and keep it a secret from their husbands. You shouldn't suffer like this. I was shocked by what Emma suggested. How could she even think of that? But as Emma continued talking, my mind raced with thoughts. The more I listened, the more I considered the idea. When I got home, I couldn't shake off the conversation. I sat in my room deep in thought about what Emma had said. After a long time I reached a decision. I would find a man who could fulfill my needs. The next day I called Liam Theodore and said he won't bother you again about our marital rights. I'll figure out how to get my needs met as well. Liam Theodore was shocked when he heard this. He thought, I've been playing a dangerous game. I can't let this happen. She has been so patient with me for 3 years and I've given her nothing. Feeling a surge of determination, Liam Theodore resolved to make a change. I will do whatever it takes to win me back, he promised himself. That night he decided it was time to reclaim the love of his wife and save our marriage before it was too late, but he was late. Boomer always used to stay at home, but I noticed that it was roaming around me for the last 3-4 days, and that day in the afternoon when I was watching LED TV after finishing my work, he was sitting beside the sofa. When my eyes fell on him, I kept looking. He was not normal that day. I went to the bathroom to give him a bath and I poured water on him and started applying soap. His body was very hot. I applied soap all over his body and then I washed his clothes. While I was washing him, I saw that something unusual had come out. I started low Theodoreg my control. I touched that part on the pretext of cleaning it. As I was loyal to my husband, I pushed him away from the spot and started drying him by bathing him. I wiped him and sent him out and started taking a bath. I just sent him out of the bathroom and started taking a bath. Then I was thinking about him and rubbing hands all over my body. I had become very wet. I came out after bathing. I was only wearing a towel and when I came out I had taken off my clothes. I went to get them. I was wearing only a towel behind me as I bent over to pick up clothes. Suddenly Boomer jumped on me and started hitting me from the back. I tried to get up but my efforts before him were useless and I started crying out in pain. Although I was enjoying it. After he had done, he left me on the sofa with my overthinking. I felt ashamed asking questions to myself why I had done this, but at the same time the woman inside me was satisfied. Then I got up and started doing my daily chores. The next day, Liam Theodore called me and asked me to sit down. He took a deep breath and began. I am so sorry for the way I've treated you these past 3 years. I need to tell you something I should have said long ago. I looked at him, curious and worried. Liam Theodore continued. Before we got married, Emma, your best friend, warned me that you were a flirt. She said, you wouldn't be faithful, that you wouldn't make a good wife. I didn't want to believe it, but it got into my head. I decided to test you. I told myself I would withhold intimacy for 3 years to see if you'd stay faithful. I was stunned, my heart shattered and tears filled my eyes. So because of what Emma said, you denied me for 3 years? I asked in disbelief. I can't believe this. Liam Sai moved closer, holding my hands. Please forgive me. I was so foolish. I let my doubts control me. I shouldn't have listened to her. I love you deeply and I am truly sorry. I thought for a moment a few hours ago I cheated my husband with his bomber, my heart aching. But then I reminded myself that this was what I had prayed for. Liam Theodore to return to me fully. And I knew Emma would be quick to move in if I walked away. Now I took a deep breath and said, I forgive you, Liam Theodore, but make tonight a night I will never forget. That night I prepared myself, my heart, ready for a new beginning. Liam Theodore came to me, and the love we shared that night was deeper than anything I had ever imagined. I made him believe that I was untouched until now. Our bond was rekindled and we found peace and happiness in each other's arms. Days later I went to see Emma, who greeted me with a sly smile. So how's your boyfriend treating you? Emma teased. My face lit up as I replied, I don't have a boyfriend. Emma, my husband is everything I could ever ask for. His love and touch are extraordinary. Emma's smile faded. Cynthia Dereg the shift, my tone turned firm as I said, Liam Theodore told me everything you said about me. Emma, you're not a friend. You're someone who wanted to tear us apart. Realizing her mistake, Emma fell to her knees, begging for forgiveness. I looked at her, my heart strong and clear. I forgive you, I said, but we can never be friends again. Don't come near me. I don't want you in my life. From that day forward, Liam Theodore and I grew closer, our love only deepening. Liam Theodore adored me, making every moment we shared together unforgettable. I was always grateful to God for bringing justice to our marriage, restoring our bond and silencing the false friend who had tried to break us apart. Liam Theodore and I often visited beautiful places together, just the two of us to celebrate and explore our love. Our bond was limitless and we lived happily ever after, inseparable and as true soulmates. Dear friends, thank you very much for watching. Leave comments, put like, share with friends and subscribe to the channel.